the beautiful city of Seattle and the Kingdome, as the Pittsburgh Steelers are making their first visit to this great facility in the Northwest. Pittsburgh 5-4, Seattle 2-7. This is Jay Randolph along with Rocky Bleier. Ready to kick off, Efren Herrera for the Seahawks. Frank Pollard along with Larry Anderson are back. And we're underway, a big ball game for the Steelers. That's Anderson at the 15, out to the 20, 25, to the 28-yard line. Pollard and Harris behind Bradshaw. Franco at the 5, and touchdown. Franco Harris, touchdown number 6 on the season. The big guy just put his head down and banged it in there. Trout, the little man, kicks it up and good. With 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Steelers have jumped out to a 7-0 advantage here in the first quarter. Second down and 11. Play action over the middle, intercepted. Coming back with it, Michael Jackson. Jackson's at the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown, Seattle! A penalty marker is down. A penalty marker is down back upfield at the 30-yard line. Michael Jackson picking it off. Went in. The officials now discussing the penalty.
Illegal block, run the waist, and the 53 return.
The call goes against Keith Butler, the linebacker, number 53.
You know, we were running the ball so well that first series the Steelers were that they tried to do a play action, but Jackson really read it very well. Bradshaw kind of hung the ball a little low, and he picked it off for a nice return there. Too bad they had the penalty.
This one will be spotted at the 28. 38-yarder is on the way, and it is good. So the Seahawks are on the board with 17 seconds left to play in the first period. 7-3, the Steelers. Bradshaw throwing down the sideline. There he goes, Malone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The quarterback from Arizona State, #1 draft choice in 80. They're here from Uniontown. 90-yard touchdown.
Well, he's got to be happy. Needless to say, let's take a look at it. Bradshaw just sees him. Mark Malone was wide open down that sideline. The definite screw up in the secondary coverage. He's the best athlete that this team has. He can play all positions. You see him playing wide receiver. This might change Chuck's mind about getting him back to quarterback.
That's his first reception in regular season. He caught 3 during preseason against the New York Giants. And it's the longest pass play, 90 yards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bradshaw to Malone. Timeout. 14-3, Steelers over the Seahawks. That's an understatement. Zorn completing to the far side. Steve Largent, oh, what a football player this guy is. That's his 46th catch of the season. And I'll tell you, he has caught a pass now in 61 straight games. Top receiver in the last 5 years for this team. A first down at the 34-yard line. Largent, who played at Tulsa. McCullum is out of the lineup, and Mike Tice comes in for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 34-yard line. Play action. Zorn throws the other way, and it's Largent again. Largent got to the 44-yard line. Jack Ham 59. Dwayne Woodruff 49 on the stop. Pickup of about 9 on the play. Close to a first down. That's Largent in motion. And the throw to Largent and a fine catch and a first down. Boy, made a nice move. Made a one-handed grab and then went for the marker and got the first down. Largent looking very sharp on this drive, a pickup of 8. 4th and 7, and they're going to go for it. Over it comes, and it's a tackle-eligible Steve August, but there's a penalty marker down. Steve August taking it on a tackle-eligible, but let's see what the call is. First down. Apparently, the flag was thrown inadvertently as the official thought he was not an eligible receiver.
Reported as an eligible receiver. Yep. The play is legal. First down.
He had reported Steve August, the Jeanette, Pennsylvania native who played at Tulsa, made the catch. A little bit of razzle-dazzle.
A great time to call it, but right now the Hawks are in a position where they can do those types of things. 2-7 season doesn't look like they're going to get to the playoffs, so they can take those chances.
That compounds the assignment for the Steelers.
Very much so.
1st and 10 at the 27. Brown and Dornick are back into the backfield. Zorn has trouble, and the Steelers come away with the football at the 40-yard line. In underneath the pile for the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 67, or it was John Banaszak, 76 in the league. Bradshaw throwing and intercepted. Coming back with it. Dave Brown. Butler put some pressure on. Pass was intended for Stallworth, and Dave Brown, his 23rd career interception, a 48-yard attempt. It's on the way. Herrera, no good. Just short and to the right. 4 minutes, 43 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Hand off to Thornton. Thornton to the goal line, touchdown. Second touchdown of the season for Thornton.
There's a story there, Jay. Sidney Thornton, first game of the season against Kansas City, had 4 fumbles, was benched, had not had much action at all. The emergence of Frankie Pollard doing such a fine job, able to get in because Chuck Knoll is calling plays, ushering his backs back and forth, but you could see why they had him there. The power that he drives, he made that all on his own.
Well, if he regained some of his confidence, it certainly would help. And of course, Knoll maybe will get a little confidence in him. The point after is good. 1:12 left to play in the first half, and the Steelers now have jumped out to a 21-3 advantage over Seattle. LA 10-0 over New Orleans now. New Orleans without Archie Manning today. Pastorini playing for LA. Here's a pass out to Sherman Smith. Smith's at the 30, the sideline, and out of bounds. And that brings them cheering here in the Kingdome. Sawyer was out of the lineup. They had Sherman Smith in there along with Largent and McCullum, and we'll get a chance to see this fine move by Sherman Smith, who played at Miami of Ohio.
2-minute offense. They use it very well. You can see him set up a screen right here in front of you. Sherman Smith, first time in the game, has had a lot of potential, but has been inconsistent. Theodis Brown came in, but he's there when you need him. Got out of bounds, stopped that clock.
Sherman, a native of Youngstown, Ohio, pickup of 22 yards. 1st and 10 at the 41. A blitz again. They beat it. Out it comes. Dornick. Dornick at the 20. Dornick, touchdown! Dan Dornick, his 3rd season. 44 yards. Great blocks by Rabel and Sherman Smith. And the Seahawks are back in business.
Steelers got great pressure. Look at right there. Jack Lambert getting in there, but Zorn had read it, got the ball off, and from then on it was Dornick. It was his great ability. He slipped one tackle, came across field, pick up his blockers as we see him come across field. Right there, last one thrown by Sherman Smith in for a touchdown.
The point after is good. And this crowd ignited by the exciting Seahawks who have battled back. 21-10, Steelers with 37 seconds left. 3rd and 8. Bradshaw goes down, and that'll stop the clock with 17 seconds left. Mike White on the sack, number 70. Excellent coverage.
Great coverage. That's why they're ranked the way they are defensively. Watch this coverage out there and watch the receivers. They've done such an excellent job. There was no place for Bradshaw to throw without trying to force it in the middle. But by that time that Stallworth came open, that defensive line was on him. That was their 22nd sack.
They're going to run it out, and we come to halftime. The score at halftime: the Steelers 21, the Seahawks 10.
So that's kind of an interesting situation. The Steelers been able to control the ball time-wise, 3 minutes difference in possessions, but 2 turnovers by the Steelers and interceptions had set up some good field position for Seattle.
With Pollard and Harris sitting it out on 3rd and 7. Malone comes to the right side. Malone. Ken Easley on the coverage, number 45 right there, knocked over a cameraman.
You know, that's what I like to see. Not too often does a player stop and talk to the guy that he knocks over. Ken Easley.
49-yard attempt coming up for David Trout, the rookie from Pittsburgh. No. Squibbed it out of there. And the Seahawks defense gets a nice round of applause. When we come back, Seattle will have it in excellent position. Steelers leading 21-10. A fake. And up the sidelines. First down and more. Goal! Rocky, we talked about this earlier. The Seahawks playing wide open, and a 27-yard return up there on the rush, out of punt formation by Jeff West, and a first down.
You know, they can afford to do it. As I mentioned before, we talked about it, Jay. They're 2-7. Their season's kind of over with. All they want to do is look well, get things moving towards next season. Hopefully they can upset some teams. They pull out all stops.
He is very close to the 20-yard line and very close to a record. I would guess he needs about a yard. They're saying that officially he has tied it. And they've just made the announcement. Harris is coming out. He becomes the 3rd runner all time to gain 10,000. Franco Harris.
Jay, listen to the fans here. They really appreciate a great athlete. They're bringing Franco back out on the field at this point.
Giving him the ball, Dick Jorgensen. Jim Brown with 12,312. Ben Simpson, and now Franco. And this has got to be a happy moment for you, Rock. 3rd and 4 at the 35. Big play for Seattle. Zorn completes it to Dornick. Dornick at the 15, the 10, 5, 2. Dornick, another
man that's chasing him. Jack Lambert had him man-to-man. He got away from him. He just put on the speed right here, burst it. Luckily, Donnie Shell came in and tripped him up. Otherwise, they would have had an immediate score.
Dornick has caught 3 passes for 82 yards. The Seahawks very much in this football game with 13:40 to play. Down 21-10. Set up shop. First and goal to go at the 1.5-yard line. Dennis Boyd and the rookie Bill Dugan are in there to beef up the front line for Seattle. Largent goes in motion. The call goes to Brown. Touchdown, Seattle! The first touchdown of his career at Seattle for Theodis Brown out of UCLA.
Take a look at this play right now. They had a great opportunity. Motions are running high. Boyd does an excellent job. Largent there blocking him out. And Theodis just lowers his head, gets in there. We got ourselves a ball game right now, Randolph.
Efren Herrera. The point after is good. 13-13 remaining to be played. 21-17. The Steeler lead is cut. Almost intercepted again. Penny Easley. The pass was intended for John Stallworth. Poorly thrown. And the Steelers are going to have to give it up.
Look at this crowd. You can listen to this crowd as we see John Stallworth coming down. Penny Easley comes watching right badly, right back behind him. He was open, could have had that needed yardage right there. They talk about crowd, the importance of the crowd. Last week with Green Bay, Coach Bart Starr said it was the crowd that allowed them to win.
This has turned into quite a football game here. On 2nd and 8, Zorn steps up, down the field it goes for Largent. He's at the 15, the 10.
Zorn to Largent. He breathed Dwayne Woodruff just going down that sideline. We're back into that scoring territory.
That's why Largent has been the top receiver on this club the last 5 years. First and goal to go, Seattle. Just inside the 10-yard line. Theodis Brown at the 5. At the 1. Theodis Brown looked like he might get it all. 9 yards. They're on their feet here. Theodis Brown, touchdown.
Brown has been their bread and butter man all afternoon, even though Dornick and Largent might have been the big play, but this guy has been there when they needed him, as you see him crossing that goal line.
Second touchdown of the afternoon for Theodis Brown. Herrera with a point after. On the way. Penalty marker down. Penalty marker down. Offside against the Steelers. It will stand. 24-21 Seahawks.
Well, we're going to have to see what Terry does now. That option still is there as far as coming out of this game. He's got put it together.
Out to Franco Harris. 25, 30, 35, 40. Franco going. Penalty marker down. There is a penalty marker. Franco Harris went all the way, but we'll have to wait and see what the marker is. It's going to go against the Steelers. Holding against the Steelers. A holding call nullifies an 81-yard play. Cunningham goes wide to the right. Malone and Stallworth left. Hand off to Davis. Davis is dumped at the 6. Big tackle by Keith Simpson, number 42. Seahawks with 14 points here in the fourth quarter. Thornton stopped right along the 5-yard line. Leading the way was Tuiasa Soplo, number 74. Jacob Green, 79.
Fourth down. Here comes on the Dave Trout.
Going to play for the tie.
Play for the tie.
Clock is running. 35 seconds. David Trout, the rookie, at the 12-yard line. 22-yarder is up, and it is no good. The Kingdom has erupted here in Seattle as 23-year-old rookie David Trout missed from close range, and that young man, oh, he must feel terrible right now. They may have gained a giant step forward here today.
The clock runs down.
Yep. Well, they'll celebrate long time here in Seattle with this one. Listen to them. There is Trout, who missed the field goal that would have tied it. It was a day when Jim Zorn and Theodis Brown and Dan Dornick and Steve Largent really did the job.